Morning everyone, welcome to John Dowie.
And it's a beautiful day here, a little bit of breeze, but that's to be expected in this part of the countryside. And we're staying at the John Dowie Showgrounds.
Yep, just for a few nights we're just going to have a little relax and a little look around town and the area while we're here, and then move on again.
Absolutely, it's really nice. We're in the non-powered area, plenty of level sites, and you can see what a nice
showground, amenity block, nice and clean, toilets and showers, really good.
And
excellent.
Let's not forget,
oh, there's a dump point.
There's a dump point, yeah.
Yay, I remembered.
Mustn't forget the dump point. So really good. Only thing that I'd be a little bit concerned about here is in the event of rain, this is the notorious black soil, and I don't think it'd be very long before you're sort of semi-permanent residents. So be mindful of rainy weather, but really good. $10 a night.
$10 a night unpowered, $15 a night power and water hookups.
John Dowie is located in the Western Downs region of Queensland. By road, it's 49 kilometres north-northwest of Dalby via State Route 82, and it makes a great base for exploring the area.
You never know who you're going to meet. We go out. Look at this little guy. Hello. Oh, and he's off. He's off to the loo. Ah, there you go. This is something you see a lot when you're out travelling in these little towns, sort of you're within a few hundred kilometres of the capital, and the coast is all the old rail infrastructure. A bit of history there on the toilet block about what went on here, and Buddy's not happy, is he? This is the old John Dowie railway siding. So they've kept the building here, which is nice. It's a reminder of days gone by, I guess. But no sign of any railway. I don't know whether this was moved here or whether this is where the siding was.
And I'm just here standing outside Athlone Cottage, which was built around 1890, and it was situated out near the John Dowie Dam, and they moved it into town at some point in time just to preserve it. It's really nice. Oh, and rubbish bins there, of course. Never mind. Beautiful bottle tree here. Just give you a bit of a look around. We can't go in today. It's only open very occasionally. I think a couple of mornings a week. Step back a bit. And it's a nice little heritage precinct here as well. Beautiful windmill chugging away there, and a little lagoon as well. Go down there in a moment and have a look. One of the German wagons here on display. That's the back of the cottage there. Apparently when it was first built it had an ant bed floor, so I read. So it's only small, this area, but you can wander around when it isn't open to go into. It's actually quite nice. We'll wander down here. I don't think this is a creek. I think it's just like a little billabong perhaps. Yeah, it's just a little billabong. Yep, there we go. Looking back at the cottage. Don't know what this building is over here. Oh, this is one of the Comet D series windmills. See a few of those about in your travels. What we got here? This is a shearer's quarters, built in 1907. They possibly moved that from somewhere else as well, I'm not sure. This is the cream dairy here. This next building was the school, John Dowie State School, 1899. There we go. Okay, so the dingo fence starts just outside of Jandowae, and we'll be going to have a bit of a look at that. But they've got these lovely sculptures in town. This one stands about 2 meters high, and there's a couple of little dingoes here as well, and it's all just to commemorate the start of the dingo fence here in Jandowae. There's another little guy right in front of me here. A little bit cute, but I do like that big one. I reckon it's kind of nice. There we go, up and out and about in Jandowae very early this morning. I've got a beautiful little painted rock, which I'll show you in a moment, that I'm going to pop outside of the little C&K kindy for some little youngster to pick up. Okay, there is the little rock in question. So we found that at our little local park, and it's a little bunny's bottom on a carrot. We've found a number of those for our little grandchildren, but this one I thought I'd bring on our travels and place it somewhere appropriate, and I thought the C&K kindy in Jandowae would be perfect. I've noticed some train line here that goes nowhere, and if I spin around this way, more train line up in that direction that goes nowhere. Yet another unfortunate story of a branch line in Queensland that has probably not been used since the 1960s. Okay, so this is the first pole I've come across. This has a racehorse on it with a jockey, and horse racing here is very prominent in Jandowae, that's for sure. Okay, just approaching the next pole, and this commemorates the nurses who served in the wars. There's a wounded soldier there. They're very nicely done. They've got a bit of wear and tear on them, but pretty nice. There we go. We'll wander down to the next one. They're just all along the main street here. I'm not sure how many there are. Probably won't go and look at all of them, but we'll have a look at a few along the way anyway. Not sure what this next one is. Let's see. There we go. Bird life. Some children there. Children at play, I'm thinking. This next one has got a goanna on it. I don't know if you can see it all. We saw a huge one on the side of the road yesterday chewing on a kangaroo, which was pretty gross. This sign says here, please do not climb pole, goannas too. Interesting. This next pole is covered in bottle trees. And I have to say, whoops, I'm just walking on the road here. There are bottle trees everywhere in this region. They grow incredibly well around here, apparently. But on this pole, water sports. Jandowae has its own little local dam, and there's also one at Boondooma, which is very popular for water sports as well. This one's a little bit harder to see. Righto. That building across the road there is the old NAB bank building, which did have a hitching rail out the front of it, long gone. Can't go in and have a look. The building is now a private residence in town. Look at those beautiful bottle trees down the street there. They're so huge. I don't know how long they've been here for. There's one just in front of me here as well. They're just everywhere out here. Okay, here's another painted pole. Oh, this one commemorates the start of the dingo fence. The dingo painted on there. And just across the road there is the dingo sculpture as well. Old buildings in town here, in amongst newer little cafes, etc. There's an old pub across the road there, the Exchange Hotel. Butchers. Apparently their meat's really good. Okay, what do we got on this pole here? Cattle. There are lots of cattle in the area. That one's really hard to see. This here is the Timbertown sculpture. It's a fairly recent addition to town, and it was built to support the Jandowae Timbertown Festival. What a nice little town. So quiet this early in the morning. Beautiful time to go for a walk. There's the bottle trees again. It's going back the other way now. There's the cultural centre and community centre across the road there. Right, just walking back to the caravan park. There's a few old shop fronts over there. They're boarded up, no longer used. One looks like a private residence, but the other looks a bit sad, could use a bit of work. There we go. It's a beautiful main street. There's some lovely homes through here too. The old, some of them are done up quite nicely. Well, thanks for joining me on my little walk through the main street of Jandowae. Head back to the camper now, have a bite of brekkie, and then we're going to get packed up and move on to our next spot.
Hit that like button and please leave us a comment. It would be great to hear from you. We are trying to grow our channel and community, so we'd love you to subscribe. It's free and helps us a lot. Thank you so much for joining Joe and I on our amble around the small town of Jandowae. See you next time.